Hello dear viewers, on the ever informational program news on TV channel Tours and Falk Crafts, in studio Hussein Melikov. It is the second day that the final round of the Republican contest, Tajikistan Vatan Azizman, is taking place in the capital of the country, Dushanbe city. In the final round of the contest, 520 winners of the second round from Gorno Badakhshan Autonomous Region, Sughd, Khatlon regions, Dushanbe city, and subordinate district of the Republic will participate in it. The report of our colleagues in this regard.
The second day is at the State Academic Theatre of Opera and Ballet, named after Sadreddin Aini. Currently, the winners of the second round of the Republican contest, Tajikistan, my dear country, are presenting their art and talent to the jury. Reminding you that this year, this competition was held in 5 nominations: compositions, singing, musicianship, visual arts and design. Fine art and design nominations were held for the first time, and in them, applicants tested their skills in the genres of fine art, practical decoration, graphic design, advertising, interior design, fashion design, and artistic textiles. It should be said that the second round of the Republican competition, Tajikistan, my dear country, will be held according to the approved schedule from August 18 to the 25, 2023 in the center of Badakhshan Mountainous Autonomous Region, Sughd region, Khatlon region, Dushanbe city, and subordinate district of the Republic, based on 5 nominations. 326 applicants from Badakhshan Mountainous Autonomous Province participated in this round, 91 from the third round of the competition, 115 from 706 applicants from Khatlon region, 115 from 459 applicants from Sughd region, 108 from 223 applicants from Dushanbe cities, and from 91 out of 241 applicants from the subordinate district of the Republic were admitted to the third round. We remind you that, based on the order of the President of the Republic of Tajikistan on the holding of the Republican competition, Tajikistan, my dear country, from February 2, 2023, 3,750,000 some money were allocated for the implementation of this event.
Nowadays, the regional round of the Republican contest, Ilm-furugi maърифат, is taking place in Dushanbe, Sughd, Khatlon, and Gorno Badakhshan Autonomous Region. It should be noted that this Republican contest is held by the order of the President of the Republic of Tajikistan. Our regional correspondents have followed this topic that will be presented to you. Based on the order of the founder of peace and national unity, the leader of the nation, the President of the Republic of Tajikistan, Honorable Emomali Rahmon, in order to implement the 20-year study and development of natural sciences, exact and mathematics in the field of science and education for the years 2020 and 2040, and for the development of technical thinking, expanding the scientific outlook, to gain access to techniques and technologies, to attract more pupils, students, and other segments of the society to the study of natural sciences, exact and mathematics, the contest Ilm-furugi maърифат was announced. 290 winners of the city and district rounds took part in the regional round of the Republican contest Ilm-furugi maърифат and competed with each other to qualify to the Republican contest. The contest was organized in order to attract more people to science and acquire modern knowledge, and it was organized in 7 nominations: mathematics, algebra, geometry, information technology nomination, physics, astronomy, chemistry, geography, biology, botany nominations, zoology, anatomy, and the nomination of inventions. One of the global problems of humanity in today's conditions is the implementation of the food program, and providing the population with the food and other necessary materials is a primary task. In connection with these problems of the day, one of the applicants of this competition presented his project to the jury members regarding transformation of agricultural plants on the basis of the laws of genetics in high mountain regions. Judges of the regional round of the contest evaluated the knowledge and talent of the applicants in the theoretical and practical way and determined the scores. It should be said that the regional round of the Republican contest, Ilm-furugi maърифат, will continue for 5 days at the state institution of the presidential school in the city of Khorugh, and the winners of the contest will be determined.
Within the framework of the announcement of 20 years of development of the study of natural, exact, and mathematical subjects for 2020 till 2040, the founder of national peace and unity, the leader of the nation, Honorable Emomali Rahmon, assessed the importance of holding the national competition, development of science and knowledge, because only a broad scientific outlook and a society armed with knowledge and technical thinking can be competitive, sustainable, and successful in the fight against all kinds times of crisis. The regional stage of the Republican contest, Science and Education, has also started in Sughd district. The winners of the second round from 18 cities and districts of the region will perform at the presidential school in Boston and will take part in the departments of chemistry, physics, biology, geography, information technology, invention, and mathematics. During his speech, the representative of the government of the region noted the importance of this contest and emphasized that in order to ensure transparency, the jury included representatives of the highest universities of the country with experience in this field. The member of the Republican Commission of the contest emphasized that the results of science and knowledge in the further development of the country and explained the increase in the number of participants as a result of the intention of adolescents and young people to study the precise and inventive subjects. It should be said that in the recent years, several educational concepts and programs have been adopted in the country with the support of the government to develop research in the field of natural, mathematical, and technical sciences to create conditions for the training of scientific personnel to increase human knowledge and intellectual capabilities means to achieve new scientific achievements.
The efficient use of land near the house leads to the provision of the basic necessities to the population. At the same time, it contributes to the food security of the country and the development of agriculture tourism. Nowadays, the residents of Muminabad district use every piece of land near their home effectively. They contribute to the supply of the fresh products to the consumer market. The report of our colleagues in this regard.
The hard-working people of Muminabad district of the Khatlon region, due to their geographical position as a mountainous region in the past, were actually more successful and popular in the field of horticulture and animal husbandry. Over the past few years, with the establishment of new forms of farming and distribution of land by the head of the state to real farmers, the workers of this region of Tajikistan began to be involved in the cultivation of the land. In the meantime, the acceptance of expansion of specialists, the fertility of the land, the favorable climate for planting and growing the products of primary need, the most important of all, the constant guidance of the leader of the nation, Honorable Imam al-Rahman, the productive aspect of cultivating each piece of land and obtaining repeated harvests, all the residents of Muminabad district to cultivate. The cultivation of agricultural products is encouraged. The family of Abdul Fayuzuddin Naif from the village of Muminabad, who have good gardening experience, on the basis of such instructions of the head of the state, in an experimental way, in an area of 3 hectares of land near the yard, which makes a total of 8 acres, 2 years in a row, they started growing local tomatoes. This first experience brought fruit and made them more motivated to work on the land. Encouraging the work of farmers and paying attention to their work by the executive authority is considered another aspect of the development of the agriculture sector. The hard-working people of the Akbar Karimov family from the village of Buston, the Hibalan community of the Muminabad district, are well known for their high-quality products delivered to the market, and their hard work is widely recognized by the residents. This family doesn't depend on the market or any other factor in the field work and the use of the land near their home, which is 100 area, to obtain a high-quality harvest that meet the requirements. Thus, in order to supply farm products with fresh, clean water, water was extracted from a depth of 50 meters. The Karimov's family is planning to process and get the third harvest as well. From the area of 10 hectares of the first planting, a good harvest of potatoes has been collected and stored, and the repeated harvest of tomatoes and legumes is abundant, and they expect fruitful results from the growth of cucumbers in the ground. The cultivation of pumpkins in the plot near this family's yard is good, and on average, each pumpkin weighs up to 20 kilograms. The people of this farm consider the land as basis of life, source of income, being busy with permanent employment, and to some extent of factor health. Taking into account the current situation and the increase in the agricultural production, the working people of the region can get the necessary amount of the country's products for themselves. They also stock juice and canned products. If the residents of Muminabad district have decided to horticulture and agriculture as their permanent occupation, at the same time it is a step of their daily work, and by planting decorative flowers and bushes in the yard, they intend to lay the foundation for the improvement of their their street and neighbor for their residences.
Nowadays, in honor of the 35th anniversary of the state independence of the country, construction and reconstruction works are underway in the country. For this purpose, the construction of 150 ceremonial structures were planned in Mountains Mascho district. Some of them were built and put into use. More details are further in the next report.
In honor of the 35th anniversary of the state independence of the Republic of Tajikistan, the construction and improvement works are going on in all corners of the country. In the Mountains Mascho district, which is one of the remote districts of Tajikistan, dedicated to this great national celebration, 115 celebration structures were planned. Some of them were built and put into use. With the participation of the head of the Sughd region and head of the district in the village of Sabak, where the residents had been suffering for years due to the lack of hospital services, the hospital was completely renovated and put into use with the good conditions and with the modern medical equipment. Also in the Yarmi village Langar community, the Mountainous Mascho district, pupils were having problems due to the bad conditions of the school and the distance from the roads in the cold season. With the financings of development partners in cooperation with the executive authority of the state government of the district, a new modern school with 8 classrooms for 70 pupils was built and put into operation. The opening of the school took place with the participation of the head of the region and the head of the Department of Education of the Sughd region, where the head of the region spoke and congratulated the pupils and teachers for the new school. At the head of the institution stated that the old school was founded in 2002 and has served pupils until now, and today, due to its lack of response, a new and modern building was built for the education and training of the younger generation, which made the pupils and teachers happy. After putting the facilities into use, the celebration of the Festival of Agricultural Products, which made by farmers, was presented to the guests and audience.
Dear viewers, at last pay attention to the foreign news by Ardashar Jangbirion.
In 2023, the most crowded place in the world is in island of Phuket, Thailand. In a study conducted by moneytransfer.com, the Thai island of Phuket was named the world's busiest tourist destination in 2023. Now the world of travel has returned to pre-pandemic times. Popular destinations are once again struggling with over-tourism. At the top of the list in Phuket, Thailand, followed by Pattaya and Krabi. It is considered one of the most famous places in Thailand. According to the Thai media, the situation has become so bad in some places that the government had to take measures to control the number of tourists. Bali is also one of those places that has banned tourist activities several times to control tourism. However, returning to Phuket, it is not surprising. This Thai island has more than 90 kilometers of coastline. Kata and Khatlon are two of the most spectacular beaches in the world here, attracting tourists from all over the world. These beaches are also popular with drivers, but also have plenty of colorful markets and amazing seafood restaurants. According to the studies, there are about 118 tourists for every local resident on the island. The second and the third places in the list are occupied by Pattaya and Krabi, respectively. The Maharashtra Tourist Development Corporation has announced that it has reintroduced the Deccan Odyssey train after a gap of almost 4 years. This train is called one of the largest trains in India. The main voyage of the train will take tourists from Mumbai to Delhi on a 7-night, 8-day journey with stopovers at the Vadodara, Jodhpur, Jaipur, Agra, Udaipur and Sawai Madhopur. The Tourist Development Corporation has identified 6 planned destinations for the Deccan Odyssey. Deccan Odyssey has intercom and Wi-Fi, luxurious furniture, music system, beds and efficient air conditioning system, thus providing a good experience to the tourists. The train consists of 21 cars, 10 of which have 4 luxury rooms and 2 cars have presidential luxury rooms. It is said that as per the plan, the operators should initially conduct 40 tours in Maharashtra and then expand the service to cover other tourist destinations across India.
On the initiative of the State Executive Authority of Dushanbe City and the Cycling Federation of Tajikistan, a public cycling trip under the title Friendship was held. The total distance of the public cycling trip from Dushanbe to Tursunzoda and from Tursunzoda to Dushanbe was more than 100 kilometers. The topic will be continued by our colleagues.
This is the 3rd year that the public cycling trip under the title of Friendship has been organized on the basis of the decision of the Mayor of Dushanbe on the high-level sports games and competition will be held at the initiative of the Dushanbe State Executive Body and the Cycling Federation of Tajikistan. This year's launch of the bicycle marathon coincided with the great national holiday of the 32nd anniversary of the state independence of the Republic of Tajikistan and the World Travel Day. Early in the morning, a group of 34 members of the public cycling tour set off from the Tennis Palace water sports complex on the route of Dushanbe, Hisar, Shahrinav and Tursunzoda. It's worth noting that the public cycling tour was first organized through the routes of the Sughd region to Dushanbe city, the Khatlon region to Dushanbe city and the athletes of Dushanbe city. Then a public cycling tour was organized through the Dushanbe, Tursunzoda, Dushanbe route where professional athletes and lovers of cycling sports took part. The total distance of the bicycle marathon or public cycling trip from Dushanbe to Tursunzoda and from Tursunzoda to Dushanbe covers more than 100 km. In the city of Tursunzoda, the participants of the public cycling visited the Museum of Tajik Aluminium Company and got to know the history of the first industrial enterprise of Tajikistan. The aim of organizing and holding a public cycling trip is to promote and develop the cycling sport in order to create a healthy lifestyle and attract young people, residents of the capital, to this kind of sport. The cycling is one of the most popular sports and the means of transportation. Every year, millions of tourists from all over the world choose this type of sport tourism for its attractiveness and great benefit to health. For this purpose, the Open Championship of the city of Dushanbe will be held for this type of sport, one of the main goals of which is the development and popularization of the sport, the promotion and encouragement of a healthy lifestyle and cycling sport travel, thus in the country. Thus, after returning from the city of Tursunzoda, the activists of the public cycling trip were honored with certificates.
Dear viewers, these were all the news up until now. Thanks for watching us. Goodbye.